So the schedule came out on Friday, or the first half of the schedule, first 32 games. Something that I don't think we have talked about, and Kofi emailed us and said this. Hey guys, how do you feel about the Sixers not having a home court advantage this season, at least for the foreseeable future? I worry they could completely suck, as they have never been good at closing games on the road. Now, we realized we had asked the question, was the bubble more like home or on the road? And everyone sort of laughed at us and said it's obviously the road. And I think we had enough proof of that. How much does them not having a home crowd hurt? I think it's kind of significant, actually, at least if history teaches us anything. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to depend on them kind of just deciding to do it together. And I think that is a real team unity type of thing, where we didn't see that they had it last year, and they needed the fans to be screaming at them all the time. I wonder if
they're going to do the thing the NFL has done with the baseball did it too. So baseball's piped in crowd noise was actually piped into the stadium. Football's sort of is. So there's a white noise hum that the players hear that does not come through TV or radio, but there's an actual produced audience track on TV and radio for football. They actually went and they got actual crowds from the stadiums that they're playing in and use that, and somebody is operating it. I am actually, I like it, especially on radio. I think it sounds good on the Eagles broadcast, the crowd noise. It really just sounds normal. It doesn't bother me on TV. Do you have a feeling, a pro or anti fake crowd noise?
No, it's a little dystopian, but I get why they're throwing it out there. Yeah. I want to see the board of pretty good play, very good play, really good play, game-changing play. What sound is how quickly is do you think it's going to be a good play, but it's a bad play? Is there, how many options are there? What is the versatility of the board? But no, I don't know. In the NBA, it'd be funny. I would love to know if whoever's operating the Sixers board, if they decide to do that, if it's going to be when does the crowd turn?
Right.
When are we booing our own players?
Right.
And so I think that person should honestly have to answer questions on Kyrie's Zoom, so we know they should be held accountable for how they're going to handle it.
Does that person start to pick on the guy that misses too many threes? Does
of course
Danny Green get tormented by the fake crowd?
Yeah, does Danny Green have his own track, basically? Yeah, for sure.
So we had heard this, but the NBA is doing the series type thing when you go on the road and playing more than one game against a team, so you can cut down on travel.
Love it.
Sixers have Jan 2 and Jan 4 against Charlotte, which is, it seemed like was happening anyway. Jan 12 and 14 against the Heat.
I've never heard someone say Jan that many times. Is that saving a lot of time for you?
I'm just
cutting a lot of time out.
I guess because I'm saying it a bunch of times, maybe.
Jan, Feb.
Yeah, Jan Feb. Yeah, I say it a lot.
Do them all.
January 20th and 22nd against the Celtics, 23rd and 25th against the Pistons, and then one against Toronto in Feb on the 21st and 23rd against Toronto in Tampa Bay. I think these are actually kind of interesting because the NBA I'm dying. It's almond in my throat, not COVID. Just had to test yesterday. I know for sure it's not COVID. The NBA occasionally has a home and home when you play the same team twice in a row, but I actually kind of like this. I think it's interesting.
I totally agree. I think this should be the case always. I think that there's something about a playoff series when you're playing somebody, 5, 6, 7 times, and it's kind of good to get a little bit of a taste of that, I think, in the regular season of okay, you got 2 games against these teams, whether they're both at home or whatever it is. But how are you going to adjust in between games? What are you going to show them? That kind of thing. I think it's a fun bit of, scheme and strategy that it'd be good to show, especially against teams like, Miami and Boston and Toronto.
Some notable dates: Sixers versus the Rockets on February 17th. My question for you, Mike, is which team is James Harden on?
I think he'll be reffing.
Oh, okay, sure. Boy,
that's my hot take. There's been a lot of fire. I don't know if you can hear them, but it's been constant fire trucks this morning.
I can't hear them. I just hear me coughing.
That's good.
Sixers versus Horford on January 17th as they play the Thunder. The Horford revenge game.
If he shuts down Embiid, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up all over myself, everybody I know. I will break COVID protocol to throw up on people because if Horford shuts down Embiid.
I have news for you. That's going to happen. Like I'm almost sure of it.
It can't. It just can't. The
first 7 games. So, the Sixers are dealing with a lot of new players, a lot of new pieces, new coach. But their first 7 games are pretty easy. Wizards, Knicks, Cavs, Raptors, Magic, Hornets, Wizards.
Feels like 3 and 5
of their first 7 games. Oh, is that 8?
That's 8.
8. All right. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's 4 and 4 when it should be 6 and 2 or 7 and 1. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I guess the Hornets will be better. Will they? I mean, I guess I assume
they should be better. I mean,
the Wizards will be better.
The Wizards are definitely better. Cavs and Knicks are bad. Magic will certainly beat us 88 to 81. Mm-hmm. The Hornets, you should beat the Hornets. There shouldn't be no excuse to not beat the Hornets. I'm interested to see how they work in LaMelo, but Rozier, Devontae, Hayward, PJ Washington, like that's just got to be a win. It's got to be a win. If they start anything under 5-3. Cancel the season.
Oh yeah.
Just end it.
Trust me, there will be a lot of negative feelings if they start anything less than 5-3.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre to see a schedule and be like, "This is going to happen." It feels like you're making plans when you're at 2 a.m. when you're drunk with your friends, saying you're going to go for a run at 6 in the morning. Like it's like we'll see. I bet you're going to make all those games, and I bet no one's going to test positive. They friggin' 48. How many people already have it? Like at the moment, man, it's very bizarre. What a time to be. I get why they have to be doing stuff. I get why the players need to make money, and you lose money if they start in January and stuff. But it seems insane. It's crazy that the bubble worked, and it worked really well. And I get why don't want to do it again. But like. Now we're just let's play a sport inside.
They're going to play. I mean, like
I know it just seems like insane.
They'll be all right. I mean,
what a time.
I understand the concern, but I think of any sport, the NBA is the most cautious. They announced like 5 COVID people on each team. Like there's like a medical person. There's a person to make sure nobody's fucking up. I think they'll be all right.